This time we're going to make a scatter brush using Photoshop or Photoshop Elements. But first, some people wonder where these cool effects come from. They're from the Graffi shop, which you can find at www.graphicalicus.com. There are several different kinds of action packs that you can find there that add a whole lot of functionality to Photoshop Elements. Anyway, on to making our brush. We need to start with a new file. In this case, we'll make it a fairly small file, 21 by 21 pixels, and name it star. Click OK, and there's our new little document that's going to become our brush. For this particular brush, I'm going to use one of the preset shapes that come, in particular the star. And in order to find the star, you'll need to load its custom shape set from Elements. Easy enough to do by just loading all of the styles and then scrolling down until you find a shape that you would like to make a scatter brush out of. In this case, I'm going to use this black star, but you could use any of the shapes in here. We'll use the black star. The moon would be cool, but we'll use the star. With the star selected, hold Shift, black as the foreground color, and just drag straight across. You hold Shift so it will retain its proportions and its dimensions. Now with this shape layer in our layers palette, we'll need to rasterize this, or simplify in Elements. To do that, click Layer, Simplify Layer. In Photoshop, you would hit Layer, Rasterize Shape. Now with this as a regular layer, I can hold Control and click its thumbnail, and it will make a selection right around the star. If I zoom in a few times, you can see the little marching ants going around the outline of the star. That's good. That's what we want, is a star. Now we click Edit, Define Brush from Selection, and give it a name. We're just going to simply call this Star Brush, I guess, or something like that. That'll work. Click OK. We don't really need this particular layer anymore, or this particular image, I should say. So, I don't know why I zoomed back out. All we really need to do is go up here and just close this out. It will ask if you want to save it, and there's really no need, so we'll just say no. Now here's a picture of daisies that we're going to give a magical look to by adding some of the stars that we just created. All the way down at the bottom is our star brush. To the far right of the brush's toolbar is the More Options. We want to drag the spacing all the way up. I mean way up, like 250, 300%, way up. Fade will leave it 0, and the hue jitter we want to put way up. This is how it will vary coloring. Scatter is how far off the line that we drag that it will throw about some of these stars. We can also adjust the angle of the star brush that we just made. Make it lean to the left a little bit. Drag here, move it back to the right, let it angle just a bit to the right, and then just start brushing. Let's pick a nice gold color for our star. That looks good. And then just drag. Whoops, better make a new layer. And presto, there's some stars. You can see the different color variations. If I press the bracket key, the square bracket, it will reduce or enlarge the brush size depending on which bracket key you push. Make a few adjustments to spacing and hue jitter and scattering. Smaller brushes look better with a little bit more scatter. Make a really big brush with my bracket key. And there's some really nice stars scattered all about. Looks like they're coming right out of this daisy. Bring our scattering down a little bit, and it'll put them more in line with where I want them to go. And that is essentially it. You can do this with any shape. You can adjust the blending hue or the blending mode of this layer. Personally, I think it looks better when it's set to normal, all the way at the top. And there is your scatter brush.